myths about today's housing market. Welcome, everybody, to the Miami Home Show with me, Daylan Rubido, real estate broker with Broker Nation Real Estate. So, super excited to have you all here today because today, like I said at the very beginning, the title for today is Myths about today's housing market. Bienvenidos todos a the Miami Home Show con Daylan Rubido. Hoy vamos a estar hablando acerca de los mitos del mercado de bienes raíces, qué es lo que significa los mitos y la realidad. Ray the Realtor está en el site con nosotros y nos va a estar ayudando a analizar algunos de estos mitos y cuáles son la realidad de ellos, solamente para que tengan el concepto claro de cómo es que funciona el mercado de bienes raíces y cómo ustedes se pueden beneficiar y cuáles son algunos de esos mitos que quizás usted tiene o ha escuchado y quizás le esté impidiendo a que tome acción en el mercado de hoy. Once again, we're talking about myths about today's housing market. So Ray the Realtor's on set. He's going to be helping me going over some of these myths and what's the reality of it, because you might be facing some of those today. You might have a misconception of what's going on in today's market, and we want to just give you the right answer straight out. So thank you so much for joining us. Before we continue, please make sure you can send your comments. Like, if you like the information that we're sharing with you today, make sure you hit like, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit what else, Brian? We say that the ping, the bell, hit the subscription button or the reminder. So every time we go live, you can actually know and tune in with us. So every single Tuesday, notifications, just do whatever you got to do. Just to know that every Tuesday at 4:30 we go live on the Miami Home Show. So let's go over a few misconceptions about today's competitive real estate market. So Ray's gonna go over some of the buyer myths and the seller myths, and I'm gonna go over the reality of things and give you a little bit of explanation and go a little bit deeper on this information. So Ray, what do we got as a buyer myth?
Okay. I should wait as a buyer. I should wait to buy until home prices and mortgage rates fall. So debo esperar hasta que bajen los precios y los rates.
Excellent. So what is the reality? Well, the reality is that experts say that prices and rates will continue to rise this year. That means it will cost you more the longer you wait. So that's the reality of things. Now, let's consider a little bit, let's dig in a little bit deeper on this. So price appreciation will slow from double-digit levels. The market has seen over the last 2 years. Now, however, think about this. Experts believe that home values will not depreciate, where a home will lose value. That's what it means. But to this point, Pulsonomics just released the latest home price expectation survey, and which is a survey of a national panel of over 100 economists, real estate experts, investments, and market strategies. It says that it forecasts home prices will continue appreciating over the next 5 years. Now, here's the expected year-over-year rates of home prices or home price appreciation based on the average of all 100 plus projections. So you have for 2022, you have 9%. For 2023, let me see what I wrote down here. 2023, you have 4.74%. 2024, 3.67%. 2025, 3.41%. And 2026, 3.57%. Now, those responding to the survey believe that home prices appreciation will still be, relatively high. This year through half of what it was last year, and then return to more normal levels over the next 4 years. So, you know what? I want you to see an example of this. So, vamos a ver la primera gráfica de este ejemplo. So that's the first graph. Now let's assume, let's use this as an example. Let's assume you purchased a $360,000 home in January of this year, which is the median price according to the National Association of Realtors, NAR. That's what they rounded up to near $10,000. Now, if you factor in the forecast for appreciation from the home price expectation survey, you could accumulate over $96,000 in household wealth over the next 5 years. That's a pretty good graph right there. Now, what does that mean for you as the buyer today? Well, with a limited supply of home available for sale and both prices and mortgage rates increasing, it can be a challenging market to navigate as a buyer. But buying a home sooner rather than later does have its benefits. So if you wait to buy, you pay more in the future. Now, however, if you buy now, you'll actually be in the position to make future price increases work for you. So this is an advantage that you have as a buyer. Once you buy, those rising home prices will help you build your home's value and, by extension, your own household wealth through home equity. And isn't that the goal for every owner, right? So let's go now and look at another myth, and this is a seller myth.
Okay, as a seller, I can set the asking price for my house at whatever I want. Como un vendedor, puedo poner cualquier precio que quiero por la casa.
Excellent. So here's a reality: you can just pick just any price. Pricing your house appropriately for the market takes expertise, and a real estate professional can help you with this. That's the reality of things. Now let's dig a little bit deeper on this. So pricing your house right is crucial, even in a seller's market. The price you set for your house sends a message to potential buyers. You price it too low, and you might raise a question about your home's condition, or lead buyers to assume that something is wrong with the property. Not to mention, you could be leaving some money on the table, which again decreases your future buying power if you undervalue your house. Now, on the other hand, price it too high, and what's going to happen? You run the risk of deterring buyers. When that happens, you may have to do a price drop to try to reignite interest in your house when it sits on the market for a while. But again, be aware that a price drop can be seen as a red flag, or some buyers who will wonder why the price was reduced and what that means about, that could potentially mean about your home. So, in other words, think of pricing your home as a target. Your goal is to aim directly for the center, not too high, not too low, but just right on the market value. Pricing your house fairly based on market condition, what's going to happen is it increases the chance that you'll have more buyers who are interested or are willing and able, and they will purchase that property. That makes it more likely that you see a bidding war too. And when a bidding war happens, you'll likely get an even higher final sell price. Plus, when homes are priced right, they tend to sell quickly. Now, to get a look into a potential downsides of over or underpricing your house and the perks that comes with pricing it at a market value, I want you to see the next graph as well. Vamos a poner la segunda gráfica. Look at that. Why pricing your house right matters. So if you go and if you price it too low, what's gonna happen is it's not gonna favor you, right? You might be leaving money on the table. If you price it too high, it might be sitting in the market for way too long. So you gotta price it just right. Now the question is, how can you price the house correctly, right? Well, for that you need to lean on professionals' expertise to price your house right. Now there are several factors that go into pricing your house and balancing them, which is key. And that's why it's important to lean on an expert real estate advisor when you're ready to move. A local real estate advisor, it's knowledgeable about the value of the homes in your neighborhood, the current demand for houses in today's market, also on the condition on your house and how it affects the value. So, in other words, a real estate professional will balance these factors to make sure that the price of your house makes the best first impression and gives you the greatest return on your investment in the end. So, that's the reason why you're selling your house in the first place, right? So you can make the most money out of it. Now, let's consider the following myth, and this is a buyer myth.
Waiving the home inspection is a good idea if I want my offer to stand out. No hacer una inspección cuando estoy comprando una casa va a hacer que mi oferta luzca mejor.
Excellent. I love your Spanish too. So, an inspection tells you the condition, and you already know this. It tells you the condition and of the home and how it can prevent unpleasant surprises if you end up buying it later on. So waiving it could cost you potentially a lot of money. So you don't want to do that. So let's look at some of the explanation on this. So home inspections are the opportunity to discover major defects that were not apparent um, at a buyer's initial showing. So your home inspection is there to help you make an informed decision about the house, including the condition of the house. So there's no surprises later on. If there are any concerns during the inspection, like for example, an aging roof, malfunctioning H, AC system, air conditioning system, you have the option to discuss and negotiate any potential issues with the seller. So in this case, your real estate advisor can help you navigate throughout this process and what to do, how to negotiate the prices during that time, if any. So repairs need to be made before the sale is finalized. So keep in mind, home inspections are critical because they can shed light on challenges that you may face as the new homeowner. Without an inspection, serious, sometimes costly issues could come up as a surprise later on. And you want to avoid any surprise, especially when you have invested all your money into buying this property. Now, let's consider now what do we have? A seller's myth,
I have to renovate my house before selling it. Tengo que renovar y arreglar mi casa antes de venderla.
right? And now that you mentioned that, right? So that's one of the biggest concerns for a homeowner that is looking to sell is the time they'll have to put in before listing the house. Do I have to renew? Do I have to remodel? What upgrades do I need to do? So if that's the case for you, you should know your home might be closer to list ready than you think in today's housing market. Tu casa puede estar lista para ser vendida ya, más de lo que quizás usted piensa que pueda estar, especialmente durante este mercado que estamos experimentando. Now, esos vendedores, those sellers, they're expecting to sell quickly. Ellos quieren vender rápido. They're following recent buyer trend. Now, with mortgage rates and home prices rising, buyers in today's market are serious about finding a home quickly. In other words, so lo que están vendiendo hoy en día tienen algo que está a favor de ellos. Tienen la demanda, ¿verdad? Los intereses están subiendo, lo que significa que hay más urgencia de parte del comprador por comprar su casa. But with the limited number of homes for sale, now there are very few options for those buyers to choose from. That means many may be willing to take on projects after they purchase. Because of this, you may be able to focus on less time consuming tasks before putting your house on the market. Now, some of those tasks that, some of the things that you want to do perhaps is it's the landscaping or maybe a little bit of paint, clean up, declutter. We actually have a book that I did for sellers that talks about, and we also have here. This is the seller's guide. We have a seller's guide, and there's a page here that talks on things that you should do for your house now if you're thinking about selling. This is completely free. You can give us a call. We'll send it to you, or send your email address. We'll send it to you, or send us a comment in the chat wherever you're watching. So make sure you reach out to us. We'll send it to you. It's completely free. But there's a page there that talks about things that you can do around the house that would increase value to your home, right? To buy, and that's a curb appeal. You have a little bit of painting, cleaning up. Most of the time, it's decluttering. Like, depends. There's a lot of stuff that you could do to it that is not time consuming. So in other words, the reality of this myth is that you need to partner with a real estate professional for true expert advice on what you need to tackle. Now, some renovations may not be worth it in today's market. So don't waste your time, don't waste money. Talk to a real estate agent so that they can help you to kind of like figure out what is it that you need to do in your home so they can price well. Now, a real estate advisor will help you streamline the process and keep you focused. Of course, each situation is completely different, and knowing what repairs or updates your house needs to stand out in your local area is very critical. So if you're ready to take advantage of the incredible conditions for sellers in today's real estate market, but you're worried about the time that it'll take for you to get your home ready, you might be closer than you think. So let's connect so you can see what you need to do today before listing your house. You know our phone number. You can give us a call, 305-508-9893. We're here to help you If you have a real estate agent, connect with your real estate agent. Talk to the expert advisor that can walk you through this, give you all the information that you need so you don't waste time. So in summary, what do we cover today during the show? Well, again, if you're planning to buy or sell a home today, it's important to be aware of common misconceptions, whether it's timing your purchase as a buyer based on home prices and mortgage rates, or knowing what to upgrade or repair before listing your house as a seller. It takes a professional to be able to guide you, to help you through those decisions. So again, let's connect. Let's have an expert give you a call, talk to you, if, know the difference between a fiction and what's really happening in today's market.
Daylan, do you have anything you can offer anyone tuning in today?
Yes, and thank you for reminding me. So we have lots of content. Number one, I highly encourage you that if this is the first time you're tuning in, go back, check our YouTube channel on OVM Radio, go to brokernation.net / the Miami Home Show. You're gonna be able to see past information that we talk to buyers and sellers, real estate professional, even investors, on how to take advantage of today's market, get the answer to a lot of the common questions that we have. On top of that, for watching the show, we're giving completely free the buyer's guide. We have the seller's guide, which I already mentioned, but we also have a buyer's guide. So if you're in the market, you're thinking or you're in the fence about buying a home today, it's very doable. I highly encourage you to take advantage of the opportunities available in today's market. So make sure you get the guide completely free. Now, how do you get this guide? You can give us a call, 305-508-9893. If you're watching this on the screen, the phone number is there as well. You can send us an email. You can send a request through the our website, brokernation.net. Make sure you reach out to me, Daylan Rubido, or one of my team members. You reach out to Ray. We'll be more happy to send this to you completely free. And it's packed with great content of things to consider if you're planning on buying a property during the summer or during the spring season. So some of the stuff that they're here, let me see.
And since it's seasonal, you get the latest information.
Yes, so you're always gonna have the latest information. Even if you send me an email, we'll send it to you as a PDF. We'll send it to you electronically. So you have expert insight for today's home buyers. Owning is more affordable than renting in most of the country. So there's gonna be a lot of graphs. You know how I like sharing graphs and charts and stuff like that. There's gonna be a lot of graphs in there and facts. So like why today, why not wait, and if waiting is gonna cost you more. It talks about inflation, which we talked about last Tuesday on inflation. How can actually inflation, it will be a benefit to you as a buyer or seller. The biggest opportunity for home buyers during this spring season and also the summertime, and the journey to home ownership, and much more. So I highly encourage you to get the free guide. This is for you, and it's based on buyers today. All right, this is not information, old, obsolete information. This is what's going on today, and we have a testimonial from people that have purchased from us. Everything is here for you for the taking. So thank you so much for joining us. We're live every single Tuesday at 4:30. You can tune in via check out our OVM platforms, OVM TV, OVM Radio, the YouTube channels, Facebook. You can check us out on brokernation.net / the Miami Home Show. And if you like the content, again, please hit the like button, share it with somebody that might take advantage of this, especially if you know anybody that's renting and they should have this information. We're making a big deal about it because although rates are going up, there's still a lot of opportunities today for people to own their home. The American dream is not an unrealistic notion. It is attainable. So make sure you act today and you get with your expert on this, or you can always give us a call, 305-508-9893. All right, so this is it for the show today. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. on the Miami Home Show. My name is Daylan Rubido, and I'll see you next Tuesday.